Hello everyone, Firemac here, and welcome back to the Stormblood through Shadowbringers story recap streams for Final Fantasy XIV with me, Firemac. Whew. And yeah. Time is of the essence. And if I don't stream all day the next 3 days, I'm not gonna make it, so yeah, let's just get to it. Parley on the front lines. Hien stands ready to depart for Alamigo. And I'm a little worried about my CPO temperature. So hopefully I don't lose this file. Hien, we must leave now to convene with the Aor's leaders. It may be some time before I return to Doma. Oh, and as usual, today will be another day where I have to combat the background noise. Hakudo, I leave you in command. My lord! I shall assemble an advance party with all haste and join you in Alamigo forthwith. I've just received word from Elise. The Alliance has established a base camp near Alamigo's northeastern border. Once we have arrived in the locks, we're to report to a resistance officer stationed in Porta Pretoria, who will point us in the right direction. Let's not keep them waiting. Man, I think I really did lose Alize's voice. Yeah, so these last few Stormblood quests have been super cutscene heavy, which is making this whole process last way too long. I mean, normally, I love the fact that there's tons of cutscenes, but for what I'm trying to do, it's actually agony. But it's good stuff. It's story. Story's good. You must be the Scion party I was told to look out for. If you'll follow me, I'll take you directly to Alliance headquarters. Yeah, we're 4 quests away from the end before Shadowbringers.
Welcome back, you two. Greetings, Lord Hien. Glad you could join us.
Glad to be here. I would have come sooner, where our own defense is not in question, but I am pleased to report that our soldiers are assembling for deployment to Alamigo as we speak.
We're grateful for your support. Thanks to the efforts of our allies, it won't be long before we've established defensive positions on this front as well.
We have some good news too. Alphino has come back to us. As for the bad news...
He's out like the rest.
So, Alphino won't wake up. Gaius van Baelsar is alive and hunting Ascians, and the Empire is planning to poison us all with toxic gas. Does that sound about right?
Mm-hmm.
Ordinarily, any one of those things would have left me in shock. But the way things have been lately, it's all starting to seem pretty normal.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Getting back to your report, are we sure this Black Rose is the weapon Maxima was talking about?
It fits the description. And it seems we have Alphino to thank for sparing us an early demonstration of its effectiveness. I have a feeling this won't be the last time his bravery in the Empire will serve us here in Eorzea. The threat of an unknown weapon has had us all on edge. But now that we know what we're dealing with, we can take steps to defend against it. As for Gaius, I'm not sure what to think. Am I happy he's alive? Not in the slightest. Am I happy he's hunting Ascians? Aye, I'd have to say I am.
Oh, speaking of Garleans you didn't expect to see, we have a tale of our own, as it happens. When we sent envoys to the Imperial Army to request talks, they returned with the message that Barissos Galvus would be attending.
Sorry, this is a pretty good scene's gonna come up.
The Emperor himself. Well, Varus did sanction the Popularis peace mission. But knowing that an Ascian walks in his son's skin, I do not see how we can trust him or anyone from that nest of vipers.
The Alliance would proceed with negotiations regardless, if only to give ourselves more time to prepare. We do, however, require your cooperation.
Right. Yes. So, as a condition for the talks to go forward, the Empire has requested that a member of the Scions be present. There'll be a representative from each Alliance nation, of course, but I'm afraid we have to ask that you come along too.
Gods, Lise. You know how much I hate politics. But then, what choice do I have? Alphino and the others aren't going to do it. Very well. I shall attend as the Scion's representative.
Oh, what about me? I'm a
In
Scion.
case you're wondering why I didn't ask you, the Empire also requested the presence of Eorzea's champion.
Oh, okay. I'll be there, but I'm also not fond of politics either.
That's settled then. We don't know what Varus means to bring to the table, or why he wants you there, but having you close at hand will make all the difference.
The meeting will take place on the border. Anticipating an early assault, we mean to position the bulk of our forces nearby.
The Alliance leaders should already be on their way. Once you're ready, we can head out and join them.
I'm ready now, yo. Let's go. Well, I don't see it. I don't suppose it's polite to keep an emperor waiting too long, shall we? Yes, we shall parley. Oh, those two. I forgot about those two.
Esteemed representatives of the Eorzean Alliance. On behalf of the Garlean Empire, I thank you for inviting me here today. As this parley was convened at your request, I invite you to speak first.
Very well, Your Radiance. I, Nanimo Ulnamo, 17th in the line of Ul, should be pleased to oblige you. As recent events in Alamigo and Doma have made plain, the subjugation and exploitation of neighboring nations is not a sustainable policy. Should this day end in war, you may very well defeat us, but you will never extinguish the people's desire for freedom. Though it may not be in our lifetime, there will be another revolution, another war, and the cycle will continue. Doma has entered into a concord with the nations of Eorzea, a partnership wherein we recognize one another as equals. Garlemald could be afforded similar treatment. You need only set aside your ambitions and join us in paving a path towards peace.
You will not win me over with sophistry, Your Grace. As you know only too well, this alliance lacks the strength to keep the peace within its own borders. Even now, your struggles with the Beastmen continue unabated. Divided, you sow this fertile soil with the seeds of your differences and reap naught but discord and chaos for your trouble. Eorzea must be united under one leader, one purpose. I would offer you both and bring an end to your strife.
With all due respect, Your Radiance, the only thing that you offered the people of Alamigo was fear and hopelessness.
The citizens of Dorma can also attest to the meager arms of Imperial rule. There is no purpose to be found in a life of oppression, each day more uncertain than the last.
Our people are willing to die for their freedom. A great many already have, and countless more will, if we don't put an end to this madness here and now.
We brought order and stability to your lives. This madness and bloodshed is of your own making. You broke the peace, not Garleans.
Peace. Order. You kill our peoples, despoil our lands, take everything that is ours. And what? You expect us to lick the boot that grinds our faces into the dirt?
I expect you to weigh the costs. To recognize that countless lives have been lost on both sides in pursuit of a greater good, and to not squander all we have achieved in a fit of petulance.
So I'm wondering, like, Aymeric is there, right? I mean, Emmerich.
Your Radiance.
There he is.
I fear I can personally attest to the dangers of pursuing one's vision with such righteous fervor. For 1,000 years, the Holy See of Ishgard waged war with dragons. A 1,000 years of sacrifice, of sorrow and hate, in which we bathed in the blood of friend and foe alike. Had it gone on any longer, we may well have drowned. Yet we have chosen to raise ourselves out of this bloody spiral, and have since made peace with our former enemy.
So I understand. No doubt the dragons were more receptive to your overtures in the wake of their leader's demise. You speak of peace, yet use war to achieve it. Your father would not have bothered to obscure his intent with honeyed words. He understood that strength is all that matters in the end.
What was it?
Without his clarity of vision, I can but wonder what will become of Ishgard and her people. There was a time when Garleans too lacked a leader of conviction. Weak and unable to wield magic, we were at the mercy of the strong from whom we sought refuge in the bitter cold of the north. Were it not for the discovery of Ceruleum and the subsequent development of Magitech, we might never have gained the power to take back that which was rightfully ours.
You speak as if your people were the first to have been driven from their homes. Limsa Lominsa was built by wayward souls in search of a place to call their own. On the shores of Vilbrand we found it, and from those humble beginnings did we grow and flourish. And all without robbing our neighbors of their liberty.
So saith the pirate. Am I to believe that you simply asked the kobolds to yield up their lands and that they were happy to oblige you? That you did not drive them out like rats in the hold of one of the many ships seized by your privateers? I will concede that after centuries of exile, reclamation may be mistaken for invasion. Nevertheless, it is not. And those who till stolen soil have no right to object when cast out in turn.
Your uncompromising nature rivals that of the Ixal. They too lament circumstances which they themselves perpetuate. Were they but to embrace peace, we would welcome them with open arms. Indeed, some few have done just that, and now receive of the 12's Wood's bounty. Would that your people might learn from their example.
You dare compare us to the Birdmen? You who thought to invoke the 12 and threaten all of creation?
I came here in the hope of finding some speck of common ground, but I see now these discussions will accomplish nothing. Despite what you people may believe, I am not wont to choose the sword over the olive branch. 'Tis but a pity men are loath to accept one without first being shown the other.
Wait! I beg you. This meeting was supposed to be a chance to find a way forward together, not to bemoan the missteps which brought us here. Please. If you truly consider violence a last resort, there must be a way we can come to an agreement.
Did Hien speak up at all on this? I don't even recall.
As Mistress Alisaie says, we did not come here to bicker over the past, but to discuss how we might strive towards a brighter future. Emperor Varys, may I suggest a short recess, that all present might compose themselves prior to beginning anew?
Very well. I pray this intermission will suffice to move these talks in a more constructive direction.
Good scene, good scene. Phew. This is really not my forte. After his Radiance's little performance, it was all I could do to not to swear at him. Honestly, I don't know how I ended up playing the mediator. I just asked myself what Alphinaud would have done, and tried my best to do the same, and by some miracle, it worked. But there really is no common ground to be found with the man, nor do I think he looked for any. So the question becomes, what did he come here to do? Because you may be certain it wasn't to make peace. Whatever it is, I can't make it out. Not yet, at least. We do have a little time before the parley is due to reconvene. Though why not try consulting our illustrious leaders? They have some insight to share. I will say one thing for the Varys. He is well versed in Eorzean history. His interest in our affairs is that of a beast in its prey. The conqueror would know his enemies. All should know their enemies, yet there is much and more we do not know of the Empire. And it's up to change that here and now. You would have me ask the Emperor himself? Well, mayhap there is some wisdom in that. If we can skirt from the storm of his displeasure, we may yet come to our answers, even if it does mean sailing close to the wind. 12, have mercy! But for Lady Alize's timely interjection, we might well have come to blows at the negotiating table. But not the Emperor of ours left us with a great many options. His unconditional surrender, all he will accept. Is unconditional surrender all he will accept, do you think? Ere he arrived, I'd have to say yes, but having heard him speak, I cannot help but think he came with some other end in mind. Exactly! He's building up to something, I know it. Then should we approach the rest of the parley? Have you anything to say, Warrior of Light? Invite Varys to explain himself. You believe he is more apt to reveal the truth if we put him at ease. Mayhap you're right. Thank you, Firemac. This parley is never like to bring peace, but I had hoped to learn something of Emperor Varys' relationship with the Ascians. As had we all. Yet he is in league with them. He is not like to volunteer the fact, and he is not how much weaker. And if he is not, how much weaker would his position seem to their presence? If we are to broach that particular subject, we will need to be dull. But I knew more of the man, if you would indulge me. Lord Hien, you received an imperial education, did you not? Is it true that the Emperor's will is considered absolute? There's no higher authority in all of Garlemald, nor else in the heavens. Come to that, veneration of the gods is forbidden, the only worship permitted being that of His Radiance's own person. That suspiciously sounds like a religion in itself. I share your disdain for their hypocrisy, even as they denigrate the idea of faith. They revere their leader with a fervor others reserve for the divine. 'Tis a flaw. 'Tis a flaw common to much of the doctrine they fed us. Logical on the surface, perhaps, but contradictory upon closer examination. I wonder if a discussion of the various discrepancies might prompt Varys to reveal something. You spoken with everyone then? Good. Now all that remains is to await the pleasure of the Emperor, and hope we fare better at the second attempt. Cutscene time, round 2.
Now then, who would have the floor?
Before we resume, I wish to offer you an apology. After you graciously accepted our invitation to discuss an armistice, we have done naught but rebuke you at every opportunity. I believe I speak for all of us when I say we are deeply sorry for our discourtesy.
I'll admit your familiarity with our affairs surprised me, and served to remind me how little I know of yours.
I think all here can understand the desire to reclaim one's homeland. But why expand further? That is my question.
If I may, the answer can be found in the Imperial doctrine they took great pains to impart to my people. Recognizing the threat icons pose to the world, Solus Zos Galvus decreed that they were to be eradicated. To this end, he began a campaign to unite all lands under the Garlean banner. Or so we were taught. Yet the Emperor only reached the burn, the Barrens said to have been laid waste by icons, after conquering all the lands that lay between. What is more, I am quite certain the practice of summoning was not nearly so widespread in the days before the Empire's founding.
When you put it like that, it all starts to sound like an excuse, doesn't it? But to distract from what? Why are you really waging this war?
Finally, you ask the right question. I can but hope you heed mine answer and at last accept the righteousness of our cause. My goal is this: to return the world to the way it once was, the way it was always meant to be. In doing so, mankind will be made whole once more. No longer will we suffer from the dissension born of our differences. There will be but one race, a perfect race, as we were when time began.
Sounds awfully familiar, doesn't it? For the real world.
What in Rolga's name are you talking about?
I am talking about the origins of the star, of the source and its 13 reflections. At the instant of the great sundering, 'twas not only the world that was shattered, but mankind itself. Thus were we divided into myriad races, each with its own unique imperfections. That is why man looks upon his neighbor and feels fear and hatred, why he wages war, why he kills his brother. You all in your own way have proven as much today. The peace you seek is but a fleeting solution to a fundamental problem. One which calls for more drastic measures. To bring about everlasting peace, our worlds must be rejoined. That is the goal the Empire would see realized. The glorious future unto which we shall one day shepherd mankind.
A rejoining of worlds.
I have heard this tale of the source and its reflections before.
Are these not the self-same desires as the Ascians?
Emperor Varys, do not trust in their words. They will lead you to your doom. My father thought to use them, but in the end he succumbed to their temptations. He embraced summoning like so many other pawns before him. Do not tell us you mean to do the same.
To be a pawn, free from the burden of choice, would be a blessing. But I forswore that privilege the day I learned that the Garlean Empire was built by the hand of an Ascian.
What?
Yes. My grandsire, the former emperor, is of their number. And who better to build an empire capable of bringing about the calamitous change we desire? Would you condemn me for this alliance? For bowing to the will of these shadowy masters, when the prize is true and lasting peace?
Your prize is a lie, your master's demons.
I come not to conquer, but to liberate. To free man from the prison of divergence.
Imagine a world united. One perfect race beneath a single standard. An army before whose might these servants of darkness and light would fly as leaves in a storm, never again to meddle in man's affairs. We would be the masters of our own fate.
I bid you join me. Not as subjects of Garlemald, but of a new nation. And together we shall win freedom for ourselves and generations yet unborn.
You want to trigger another half-dozen calamities? You can't be serious!
Have you forgotten how many died? There will be no one left.
Do you truly imagine we would aid you in your bloodletting?
It is unthinkable, unconscionable.
Now we're all standing.
And what is the alternative? To be as cattle waiting for slaughter? I would have us work together, that we might take fate into our own hands.
Into your hands, perhaps. But what of the other worlds, your radiance? With every calamity, you obliterate a star and every soul that dwells on it.
To the Ascians, we are all but tiny, momentary specks within an indifferent universe. We cannot hope to oppose them until we have been made whole once more.
Are these truly the words of Garlemald's ruler? The flaws and foibles which you so abhor are what make us who we are. Every nation, even yours, Emperor Varys, is made whole through the combination of these imperfections, the strengths of one compensating for the weaknesses of another. While it is true that man succumbs all too often to anger and avarice, he may yet overcome his baser instincts through the forming of bonds with others, fostering community and cooperation. That the protector of an empire should not only reject these fundamental truths, but seek to change them at so dear a cost to life is indefensible. Such a man is not fit to govern.
And you, warrior of light, would you refuse me as well?
We can defeat the Ascians as we are.
It would seem the Alliance is of one mind on this matter.
You Eorzeans never cease to disappoint me. Though I suppose I have only myself to blame for expecting more from savages. This discussion is at an end. I bid you make ready for our next meeting. It will not be at the negotiating table.
No, I kind of feel bad for Varys. I don't know what it is. Can't put my finger quite on it. I think he's resigned himself to a faulty ideal that he can't get out of and can see no way out of. I feel like he's lost hope. He might be in despair, yeah. I came back to find Doma's advance party ready and waiting for battle, so as worrying as our little chat with the Emperor was, it did buy enough time for at least some of our allies to arrive. Alright, well, I'm gonna change to my paladin because I already know what's coming. The face of war. Having listened to Emperor Vars's maniacal plans, Lys is ready to go to war. Alright. I'm gonna be muting myself. Because that grind.
I'm not sure what I was expecting from our meeting with the Emperor, but it wasn't that. Still, at least we know now what he's really after.
Aye, a future built on a mountain of bodies. I too want the Ascians dead, but not at any cost.
The last of the reinforcements from Dorma arrived not long ago. I pray it will be enough. Given the Emperor's stated goal, this is a battle we can ill afford to lose.
If the Garleans come in force, we may not have much say in the matter, even with our combined strength.
We knew from the first that the odds would be against us. But if there is even the slightest chance of victory, we must do everything in our power to seize it.
We must seize it, full stop.
Here!
The two of you are to join an irregular unit and support the main host. I won't bother asking if you're minded to fight.
After coming this far, how could I not? And for once, there's no one around to countermand me. Not that they would. Not even my brother. But we all know who really make the difference. Ready to frighten some Garleans?
I wouldn't want to be on their side.
Might I ask you to accompany the Dorman contingent? They are strangers here, and your presence would do much to raise their spirits.
We would be honored.
When our people stride out with you in their midst, I dare say the Eorzeans will feel an ilm taller themselves. High spirits have a way of spreading.
What I wouldn't give to join you. But my duties as field commander will not allow it. I'll leave the front lines in your capable hands. Comrades, ready your arms. The hour of battle has come. May the crystal guide us to victory!
Since the others couldn't be here, we'll have to fight twice as hard. If Alphinaud wakes to find the Imperials have won, I shall never hear the end of it. It's strange. I thought I would be terrified when the fighting started. I should be terrified. But with you at our side, I can't help feeling everything is going to be all right. So please, don't you dare leave me alone. No matter what happens, we have to survive together.
Alright. I gotta turn on my settings. Undersized party. Now this one is truly gonna test me. It's the last dungeon before Shadowbringers. It's probably gonna be the hardest one to actually solo. I'm muting myself because there's actually some dialogue to voice. But yeah, background noise might be a thing, but just kind of consider it part of the war sounds. Let's go with that. Consider it part of the war sound. Because we're in a battle. And so begins. Are you ready? My lord. We got Hien and Ugidi with us. So it's like I'm not really alone.
Leave this to me.
We got the crew, man. We got the crew together. That nonsense. Could I force them to come follow me? Yeah, I can force them to come follow me. Let's bring everybody here. Yeah. Oh crap. Well, I messed that up. I'm gonna do it on 4. 2, 3, and 4. Yeah. Spread out and be wary of artillery fire. Keep to the north. We will head off their troops to the south. What you got, Hien? Scola canis pugnax. We got those peeps. Let's just keep on going. Because we got a whole crew to deal with. One, 2, 3, 4. Look at that. Oh, it's getting scary. Oh, it's getting scary. There's only 2 left. Oh, I can get there fast enough. I can use this. Got him. Alright, first boss time. Jar and blow. I don't like that. Let's just stand over here. Okay, it's a cleave. We're doing good, we're doing good, we're doing good. We gotta stand over here. This is a run the mill. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. this, we got this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Doing good, doing good, doing good. Uh-oh. This is gonna hurt. Okay, not that bad. Not that bad. One, 2, 3. Let me get a kill in there. Yeah, good timing. Yeah, this guy's starting to hurt. Woo! That was a mistimed Sheltron. It's fine though, it's fine. Woo! Woo! Oh, woo! Oh, woo! We're gonna have to get an actual normal heal in here. Actually, I'm gonna have to make it part of the, you know, the healing. And the attack. One, 2, 3, 4. And there we go. Ooh, fight's taking a good while. Oh, gotta prepare. You got this, you got this. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Cool, done. Dun, 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 dun. Well, that's 1 of 3 bosses down. We're doing good, doing good, doing good. I'm sure you guys would love to fight me right now. Woo! That almost... I wonder if that would have been an instant kill. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, I'm gonna be... Too many enemies. This is gonna suck. One, 2, 3. Oh, I might have screwed that up. No, we're good, we're good. Bam. Oh, we're actually doing okay. They're not completely annihilating my health. Down 2, yeah, we're good. Don't waste that. Oh, beautiful, man. Beautiful. It's so beautiful. Yeah. Skola Avenger. Ooh, was that Lise? What's up, man? Brace yourself. They called for reinforcements. Go on, Lisa, let's come on down here. Oh, that's not good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh. My health's not looking great, but that's okay. We'll be okay. We'll be okay. Yeah, we'll be fine. Lise is helping me. Right, Lise? Lise? Uh-oh. That's an uh-oh. That's an uh-oh. Yeah, get a heal in there. Get another heal in there. And then 3, 4. Oh, come on! It freaking targeted Lise again. But you know what? It's fine. Keep moving. We'll hold them here. That was Pippin. You get him, Pippin. Where is Pippin? Well, don't matter. Time for second boss. Fun fact, the first time I got to this dungeon, I was actually with a group. I was the tank, of course, because I'm always the tank on my first runs. And I was actually doing this fight on my own. And back then, I was able to solo it. But it was taking way too long that I decided to just wipe because it was just going way too slow. But that was at a time when 70 was the cap. There was no 80 at the time. Oh, we gotta move out of the way. Unbreakable cement drill. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Freezy missile. Don't like that. Oh god. Let's get a quick heal in there. Huh. I wonder what happens if he runs out of holes. Prometheus. 1, 2, 3. Well, I don't have enough MP. Let's get that in there. I'm on the run, baby. Where is he? Heal in there. 2, 3, 4, and 5. We got this. He's so dead. Bam. American kind of sound though. The whole crew's here, man. Let's go. Keep going forward. Well, as far as I can go. You seen trouble friends getting tired, are you? Yay, Heathen's here. One, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. Oh, is it just the one? Alright, cool. That went well. Colossus. Oh god. Get a heal in there. 3. And oh well. Oh, we can keep going now. Fear not, help is on the way.
That one!
Circle of Death. Oh no. I want that. You got a heal in there. 2, 3, 4. Oh, we got this. I was worried. Oh. A Ruby Cuttis. A Ruby Cuttis. Hey, where you going? Quickly, to me! Okay, if we must. Thanks for the shield. Refresh that. And then whoop. 1. A 2. A 3. A 4. Like a boss battle right here, man. Self-detonate. Uh-oh. This one's for you, Papa Limo.
Time to get serious.
Nice, good job, Lise. Go on, Firemac, leave these soldiers to us. Out of my way. Taste my steel. Cool. Do 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 do. So these are basically these savages bested our vanguard. Impressive, Livia clones. I mean, not really, but look at them. But in the end, they are only that savages. Now let us begin. Be brief. Crap. Whatever. You guys saw what they said. Also, if you recall, they were from the Parley cutscene. They were the ones standing guard. Nia, Cole, Soranus, and the other one. Very well, I'll leave artillery fire to you. Commence bombardment. Prepare to strike. Oh god. Maybe soon. Oh god. Okay, right there. Delta Trance. Two, 3, 4. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh, I'm still... Okay, cool. That was still gonna get hit. Impressive, Anya. Let us engage them together. This is Julia. They cannot hope to evade us both. Alright, this I usually sucked at dodging. Tag out. Fall back. Use artillery to move. Innocence. Oh crap! I really did that out of order. That guy panicked. Okay, I'm just gonna stay over here. What is okay? Artificial plasma. Innocence. Now heal. Got a second heal in there. 3, 4, and then the whoop bam. Oh, you know, I just realized I might not make a DPS check. There's a DPS check at the end of this. It seems we have no choice, Julia. You should feel honored, savages. Few are they who have witnessed this twice. Oh, they're doing this again. Or no? Fear who have witnessed this. Farewell, savages. One, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I can make it. I can make it. I can make it. Woo! Okay. Ooh, they had me a little scared. We have served our purpose. Come, we shall withdraw for now. You know, the actual didn't go as bad as like the burn. I think the burn was scarier than this. But cool. You know what? Let's treat us to some goodies. Alliance bottom of casting. Cool.
There you are, and none the worse for wear.
Indeed. I had hoped we might do more to help, but there seems to be no one left to fight.
A tactical withdrawal, perhaps?
We should give chase. Finish them off while we have the chance. Imagine the other surprise when they wake to find the war already won.
Oh, there it is. I was wondering when Alizé was going to get hit.
The light will expunge all life. Only you can forestall the calamity. Throw wide the gates.
No! 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 Not like...
Reach for my hand, Alizé! And she's gone. What happened to them? Where could they be?
Oh no. Don't tell me. Are you all right?
Built different.
Quickly!
Built
We
different.
must get her back to the encampment.
Oh, I probably should have switched to my samurai. Oops. So the Garleans have been routed, have they? Well done! Though this exchange was no more than a test of our strength, like as not, They won't be taking any chances now that the Emperor has joined the fray. They'll want to take their time, whittle down our defenses. Still, with your help and that of our eastern allies, we passed the first test. Our line is unbroken. As for Alize, well, she's in good hands over at the infirmary. My lord, the Chirurgeons have completed their examination of Mistress Alize, and it is as we feared. She is locked in a slumber without any outward cause. Grrr! And just like the others, damn it all. Aye, the Garleans picked a fine time to come knocking. 5 signs incapacitated, and with the enemy on our doorstep, I cannot spare the men to assist in the search for a cure. The best I can do is see to it that Alize is escorted safely back to the Rising Stones. Oh god. I had to sneeze and it didn't happen. Alright, Yugiti and I would return to our encampment. The main contingent for our forces from the Far East is under sail, and all must be made ready for their arrival. I'll not keep you then. Not of justice! Judging by the Garleans' recent movements or lack thereof, they won't be launching another offensive in the immediate future. You should return to the Rising Stones. Given the plight of your fellow Scions, I can understand if you feel on edge, but you'll be no good to anyone without rest. Cool. We're going to the Rising Stones. Yeah, see, you see how long this has taken, by the way? Those were just 2 quests. Ah, Firemac, welcome home. Word has it that you and Mistress Alize gave the Garleans quite a thrashing. Speaking of whom, where is Mistress Alize? I was certain she would have returned by now. Well, you see, dude, she's kind of out, you know, like the rest of them. By the 12th, not her too. Ochre and I will ready the infirmary for her arrival. We will also need to send a message to Tartru post-haste. Would that I had something other than grim tidings to share with her. And with you too, for that matter. It grieves me to report that the Archon's condition remains unchanged. As we speak, Coltonet, Kryle, and Master Matoya continue to explore every possible avenue. Alas, their efforts have yet to bear fruit. But all is not lost. You are still hale and whole, after all, though I suspect you must be tired from your journey. You should rest, my friend. Leave the worrying to us, for the time being at least. Nod of justice!